Lynn Graham. I'm with Hawbecker and Garver, and I'm here to explain some of the pages in the 8.0 contract. I'm going to share my screen so we can see those pages. I'm here to talk about homeowners insurance and flood insurance. In regards to homeowners insurance, you have 10 business days from acceptance to figure out if you can get insurance at a standard rate on the property. While you have that 10 business days, I would highly suggest that you talk to an insurance agent right away. One of the reasons is because you might want to be able to find out if they've made any insurance claims on the property prior to you having your inspection. This way, if you find out the insurance agent says, hey, looks like there was a big claim made for water damage in the basement, you can have your inspector really check that out while they're doing the inspection to make sure that everything was done properly and all the repairs were completed professionally, right? Also, every attorney asks about this in attorney review, so we're always going to ask if there's been any insurance claims made on the property, but it does help to keep tensions low because then the seller, if they made a claim and they did all the work, they might not have to disclose that under the residential real property disclosure, so it wasn't disclosed to the buyer. But then if the buyer finds out from the insurance agent and they're able to do everything and check it all in the inspection, that might help them to calm down a little bit and make sure, okay, well, this isn't as big as a deal as we thought, right? The agent or the insurance agent will be able to check what's called a clue report. They can look at it. They can't actually give you a physical copy, but they can look at it and tell you if they see that any insurance claims have been made against this specific property. Just note that, of course, that means there is human error that's involved sometimes. We did have a deal where the agent told us about a fire claim, and actually it was on a different property that the seller owned, not this specific property. So you just want to keep that in mind, right? Also, if you find out that your insurance is going to be much higher than you expected, that could cause an issue with your financing. So you might want to find that out sooner rather than later so that you're not paying costs of, appraisal and things like that, only to find out that you have to cancel the contract over this. Another reason to find out right away is that, the insurance agents now are sometimes asking, how old is the roof? How old is the HVAC? Things like that. And of course, you want to make sure that if you need any of that information, we could actually ask for that in attorney review to get that right away. Also, the next paragraph is paragraph 10 about flood insurance. You have within either 10 business days after acceptance or within the loan contingency to figure out if you need flood insurance on the property. Again, this is something that you want to get done right away. An insurance agent should be able to provide you this information. We have had them say, no, I can't give that to you, but really that's just because sometimes they have to pay for a flood cert to do that. So if you need an insurance agent, we can help provide one that would be able to do that for you. They just like to provide a quote as well. But just so you know, this way, if they tell you that flood insurance is required up front, you will know that right away and be able to cancel if you need to, rather than get through a long loan process of maybe paying for an appraisal and inspection and things like that, and then realizing you just have to cancel her flood insurance, okay? And then the next paragraph is paragraph 11 about the statutory disclosures. Not much to say here, just letting you know that there are certain disclosures that the seller is required to provide to you. That's in the Illinois Residential Real Property Disclosure. The lead disclosure if the property is older than 1973, and a radon disclosure. These are provided from the seller, and these check boxes in the contract of has or has not just lets everybody know if these have actually already been provided. Okay. If you have any questions, just let us know. Thanks so much.